Reese, the Psych PA, and today we are going to be answering a question that one of my YouTube subscribers left under one of my videos, asking me to explain how I prepared for my interview for PA school and kind of what it was like for me. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button because I put out some awesome content, I like to think. I am still new to YouTube, but I'm learning as I go and everybody's having fun. I'm having the most fun because I get to prepare this content for you guys to enjoy. So please support me, please hit the subscribe button because ultimately I am here to help pre-PAs and PA students prepare for graduation, prepare for clinicals, prepare for interviews. So like I said, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. But fast forward anyway, so for me, when I was getting ready for the interview for PA school, first of all, I was nervous, okay? I knew that this was something that I wanted to do ever since 8th grade, and because I've always wanted to be a doctor, pediatrician. A lot of you know this story, a lot of you that's been keeping up with me. But it was in 8th grade when I heard about PA and I started to form my mind, and I was like, I think I want to do that instead. And then I started doing my research at a very early age. Yes, 8th grade. So anyway, for me, I was a part of the first program at Francis Marion University. I didn't know anybody that was a PA besides the lady who first introduced me to it back in 8th grade. I did not have communication or contact with her. So it was kind of like, where do I go? The same place you are right now, YouTube. So I went to YouTube and I was looking up how to prepare for the PA school interview, and lo and behold, I came across this PA in Georgia called the PA Coach, and he had a book and some resources on his site, and I brought it. And even while, like, before I even got asked to do the interview, I brought the book and I was already going through, reading through some of the questions, trying to prepare myself, because most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, I'm good on my feet. Like, if you ask me a question, I can come up with an answer like that. I don't hesitate. So that was just part of me already, but I knew that I wanted to get in. So I did use his resource. Again, that is the PA Coach. He is an African-American male. He's a physician assistant based out of Georgia. I forgot where he works. And that helped me a lot, not necessarily thinking to get his resource that some of the questions in his book might be asked at the interview, because that was not it. It was similar questions asked, or questions along those same bases or along the same lines that helped me prepare to change my thinking, my perspective, because the book also came with answers on how to answer those types of questions. So when I hear them, I wouldn't be startled, so I didn't hesitate, so I didn't fumble my words. Like, you know, it's something similar, and I could make up my own questions based off of the questions and the answers that I read out of the PA Coach resource book, if that makes sense. Like, if you're thinking that it's about to be similar to a job interview and they're just like, well, how were your grades in school and this and that? It's not. It's more so when you go on a PA school interview, they're trying to get to know you as a person. Of course, grades and looking good on paper and all that goes into it, but they don't want to let nobody that feels like they're a know-it-all, that's cocky, into the program. What PA school directors and interviewers or panelists or whatever are looking for, they're looking for people who come across as a people person. It's a certain type of personality to be in medicine. Can you work well with others? We had a group exercise in my interview where they gave us a scenario. I think it was something like if the nurse didn't do something for the patient and you had knowledge of it or something like that, what would you do? I forgot the exact question, forgive me, it's been like 3 years now, but it was something along those lines. And as a group, we had to answer, and they kind of stepped back to watch how we interacted with each other. Of course, the real competitive, loudmouth people were trying to overtalk and go over everybody. Me, I was the last one to answer. I just sat quietly and wait my turn. I listened to everything that was said, and then I said something that of course wasn't said, which I felt like was the most obvious, and everybody in the group was like, oh. You know, thinking outside the box, waiting your turn. I'm calm, cool, and collected. I ain't got to raise my voice. I don't have to be, I'm not overly competitive, but then again I am, because I went to PA school. But at the same time, like, I don't know the way to put it, like, I ain't thirsty. I'm going to answer the question, and it's going to be something, you know, that fits me. I ain't got the front, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, like, the real me is coming out. Like, I don't have to sit there and pretend, and a lot of people do that, and whether you realize it or not, they can see right through that. So when I was preparing, that was the one and only resource that I used, was YouTube and the resource book. But I think majority of the way I was thinking on what type of questions I was going to be asked and how to answer the question came from the PA coach book. His resource was very good. Another thing that I did to prepare for my interview, I went out and I brought me some work clothes. By work clothes, I mean I had on a skirt suit. It was gray. I didn't do anything bright, loud. I mean, this is an interview. Grays, blues, blacks, period. Like, we ain't doing stripes, we ain't doing yellow, we're not doing cognac, we're not doing baby blue, powder blue. Like, we're doing the grays, the blacks, and the navy blues, period. So I did a light gray suit. I had on a white button-up shirt. I had my hair done. I had on little kitten heel black pumps, nothing too over the top, not stilettos pumps in the club, no. I did kitty heels. And I was comfortable because you had to do a lot of walking. In our interview, half of it was answering questions for like 30 or 20 minutes. You went into different rooms with different interviewers and they asked you questions for like 20-30 minutes, spent time with you, kind of got a vibe for you, kind of get a little bit of a feel for who you are as a person, as well as what you can do as a student academically, how you think, how you come across, all that good stuff. Then after we're done with that, half the group went on the interview and the other half went in. I'm pretty sure they changed the way our interview process is by now, because a lot of things has changed. We're constantly growing. As a program, I mean, a lot more people are hearing about us, a lot more people are applying, so that's good. But as a person, not as a person, as an interviewee, you want to be comfortable because you might have to walk around campus to see it. You might have to be able to, you know, like for us, we did a golf cart. It started raining, but still we had to walk downstairs like 2-3 flights of stairs to get to the golf cart. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, especially ladies, don't be out here wearing those stilettos pumps in the club. Like, we're not going to do that at an interview. We don't need nothing tight and form-fitting. I'm pretty sure the interviewer don't want to know what the interviewee's body look like. Like, we don't. Some people I see, their attire, I'm just like, what were you thinking? Like, you have to look professional. Dress like you already got the position. Dress like how you would if, you know, if you were already in the position. Don't come up in there with tight clothes on, bright colors, a statement, you know, piece like a necklace, big old earrings, weave down to your behind. Like, this is not the place. The people want to know that you're gonna come into it, you're gonna take it seriously, because that doesn't come across as you're taking the opportunity seriously. Not like, you don't need a whole face beat full of makeup, lashes and all, gloss and all. Have it very natural. You look very professional. You give a way more better vibe, because keep in mind, they're looking at you as the whole person, not just how you look on paper, your grades and all that. And just because you got called for an interview don't mean you're going to get the spot. It's that is like the deciding factor. How do you come across your personality? How do you look? What type of vibes they get from you? And you want to come off professional, like you're coming in to do a job, like you're focused, but at the same time, smile, you know, like let them get to know you a little bit here and there. Joke with them. Let them know that you're not nervous. Don't come in there all tensed up like Don't come across that way. Even though you might feel that way, control your face. You know, control your face when you're in interviews like that. It'll help in the long run. If you do mock interviews, that's another thing I did through my university. They did mock interviews, and these were with counselors and people in the careers development department that I never saw before, because I never went to career development because I always knew what I wanted to do. But when it came time for my interview process, I was in my senior year of college, of undergrad, and I had already got accepted to go for an interview. I got asked for an interview. I accepted, and I started preparing with that resource and doing mock interviews, and I did well. And I let my personality show. I'm a very bubbly person. I'm a very friendly person. So I let them feel that, but I also let them feel my passion for why I wanted to do medicine, why I wanted to go to PA school, and that came across really well. So those are the things that I basically did to prepare. I got me a suit. I was ahead of time. I was a whole hour early to my interview. I had already took the GRE twice. It took me 3 times to get my score, because the first time I scored lower than expected. The second time I got the score I needed with the writing, but my school did not accept writing, so I had to go back and take the test again, and that time I got it. So I took my GRE, so that showed that I was determined, that I didn't give up, and that I did the best that I could. I was focused. I was the first one. Did I say that? I think I already said I was the first one at the interview because I was an hour early. I was dressed for the occasion. I spoke properly. I sat up straight. I made eye contact. I spoke clearly. I didn't come off overly competitive or like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I came off chill, calm, and collected. Like I was not nervous. I showed my personality, my bubbly side. They want to know that you're human, but they also want to know where your mind is. And they want to be able to feel like you're gonna be a good fit. And I mean, your personal statement has a lot to do with that. My personal statement was like a page long, no longer than that. And I really got my point across. It was very concise, like all that plays a role. They're looking at you like 360 degrees as a whole person, as a whole being. Will you be a good fit for the program? So those are just some things to keep in mind. I didn't want to really keep y'all all day talking about that. If you have any questions or anything that didn't come across clear enough, please comment down below. Don't hesitate to DM me. Follow me on Instagram at dreamsinspirelife. I post a lot of pharmacology. I post questions. And speaking of questions, this past Monday was my first Psych Monday. And if you're wondering what is Psych Mondays, well, let me tell you. Psych Mondays is every Monday I post a question on my YouTube channel and I give you the answer choices. And then 24 hours later on Tuesday, I post the answer on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do, at dreamsinspirelife. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have a topic or again, something that I explained that wasn't clear enough, please comment down below. Also, no negativity will be tolerated here. I had a couple of people, well, not a couple of people, but one person in particular had to get blocked on YouTube because they tried to come at me with the foolishness, and I'm just not having it. I'm very transparent. I'm a human being just like everybody else, and I'm using what I have to be able to help other people succeed and excel. And if I don't know something, then I will do my best to research it, look it up, or ask one of my colleagues for you. So that's what my platform is here for. It's not for me to get the guts and glory out of it, but for me to be used as a resource to help other people get to where they need to be. Because I wish I had that when I was in PA school. Going through being a part of the first class, and nobody else in my family besides my mom is in medicine because she's a nurse. But even some of the stuff I went through in PA school, of course, nurses aren't trained on that type stuff, so she really couldn't help me, and I didn't have a mentor because we were the first class. And a lot of the resources that I discovered was mostly towards graduation, and by that point I didn't have it all down, but I had what I needed to have down. And by that point, I was just on my own, doing my own thing and preparing for the parents. So I really didn't need a mentor then. By that point, I mean, I could have used a mentor starting first semester, but it is what it is. But now I'm out here trying to be a resource to other people. So again, subscribe, leave your comments down below. If this video helped you, let me know. If it's something you want to see, let me know, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.